Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight presented by Riot Games, featuring Malzahar, the Prophet of the Void. Malzahar is League of Legends' newest caster. He has a lot of damage over time skills, giving him a very persistent output in battles, but at the same time allowing him to deal extremely heavy damage to single targets. His first spell, Call of the Void, opens two portals in a line, which shoot projectiles between them after a short delay. These projectiles also silence enemies that they hit. Second, he can cast Null Zone, which marks a circular area on the ground for a few seconds, dealing damage to each enemy based on their maximum health. Malzahar can also cast Malefic Visions, which is a single target damage over time spell. However, if the target dies before the spell expires, it refunds some mana back to Malzahar, jumps to a new target, and refreshes its duration. With this spell, you can clear entire minion waves. His ultimate is Nether Grasp, which Malzahar can channel at an enemy target for up to 2.5 seconds, stunning and dealing damage as he channels. His passive, Summon Voidling, summons a pet every few spellcasts to fight for Malzahar. The Voidling grows stronger over time and then expires. For runes, I use magic penetration marks, flat health on seals and quintessences, and cooldown reduction on glyphs. For masteries, I go 9-0-21, getting magic penetration in offense and taking standard utility masteries, regeneration, experience, movement speed, and cooldowns. My summoner spells are Ignite and Ghost. Ignite can be cast while channeling his ultimate, and also counts towards summoning the Voidling. Ghost is useful because you do damage over time, you'll be casting spells repeatedly, and want the lengthy movement speed boost. Unfortunately, we couldn't record sounds this game, but I think his gameplay more than makes up for it. Against another Malzahar in mid, I cast Malefic Visions and lead him with Call of the Void. Then I burn him down with Nether Grasp and Ignite. Ganking Soraka at top, I catch her with Call of the Void. Chasing her into the brush, I again combo with Malefic Visions, Ignite, and Nether Grasp for another kill. Back in mid, I push onto Malzahar again. While fighting him, Evelynn comes to gank me. Thankfully, I've already cast Malefic Visions on him, and I use Ghost to stay out of Evelynn's range. Then, on the way out, I line up Call of the Void for some free gold. In the aftermath of a battle, Malzahar is being chased out by Master Yi. From around the corner, I lead him with Call of the Void and pick up my third kill. A fight breaks out in mid. Notice Malefic Visions jumping from a minion onto Malzahar mid-fight. I toss Malefic Visions onto Nidalee and lead her with Call of the Void. As Master Yi casts Alpha Strike, we get the weakened Malzahar as well. Rammus and the rest of the team gank us while we creep the dragon. Null Zone starts dealing crazy damage to most of their team. I go right for their most important target that I can reach, which is Evelynn, and crush her with Nether Grasp on top of my other spells. Afterwards, I try to support my teammate as he dies, allowing me to pick off Nidalee with Malefic Visions while she runs away. Then, as Rammus tries to escape, I ghost into range, tag him with Visions, and lead him with Call of the Void for my third kill of the fight. As we get pushed, I catch up with my teammate Ashe quickly enough to convert Evelynn into gold. Continuing the trend of being a great solo mid champion, I try to grab first blood against Ashe. There are two really important points here. One, I only have enough mana for a single spell. And two, Ignite can be cast while channeling, and also counts towards the passive and summons a Voidling. You can see here that Ashe didn't actually die to Nether Grasp or Ignite, but actually to my Voidling. Shortly afterwards, Fiddlesticks dives on me. Again, I have to count my mana, noting that the best course of action is to cast Malefic Visions and stun with Nether Grasp. There's another great point here. Because an earlier cast of Malefic Visions killed 2 minions mid-fight, allowing me enough mana to cast Call of the Void. Malzahar is an awesome ganker. I find Fiddlesticks in the jungle with close to full health, but I'm able to do over 1000 damage in just a few seconds with Call of the Void into my damage over time combo. We find our opponents in the jungle once more. Notice that I run to cut off Fiddlesticks instead of chasing him through his teammates. As the enemies push into our base, I look for an easy target. I tag Rammus with Malefic Visions and Nether Grasp, picking up kill number 1. Second, I drop Call of the Void onto Soraka, bringing out my Voidling, who is actively pushing out the enemy Malzahar. Soraka falls and Malzahar actually dies trying to leave the base. Another fight erupts in the bottom of the map. Right away I go for the most important target, Soraka. Deathfire Grasp, Ignite, and Nether Grasp pull her apart very quickly. I follow Rammus out of the battle and use Ghost to dodge Fiddlesticks' Crowstorm. I light up Malzahar with Malefic Visions, and that jumps onto Rammus for my 3rd kill of the fight. As the battle winds down, we run across Fiddlesticks hiding in the brush. Malefic Visions hits him extremely hard, and after he dies, I stop to farm a few monsters as my Voidling fights the minions just below. However, Ashe comes running at us, so I dodge her for a bit with Zhonya's ring, and then as I back off, I make a quick detour to use Deathfire Grasp, trying to scare her away. Unafraid, she chases me down, but as I bait her into the brush, Nether Grasp takes the last of her health. Again, I pay special attention to my mana costs. That was the only spell that would have killed her, and I only had mana for 1. Also notice that this was a delayed pentakill, as I killed every champion that fight.